me trying to figure out your password. I was like, you want me to, I know it.
Do you have a hint for me?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me tell you your password.
You start school yet?
Yeah, oh yeah.
How's it
I'm
going?
in it right now, it's going, man, it's crazy. I want you to write out the papers. I'm like, okay, how's that gonna help me do what I need to do, write in the paper?
Okay.
Prepare something, man. I know how to do that already.
They gotta know that you know.
All right, we can call this meeting to order. I don't have somebody have a pen I can borrow? Is somebody that's not gonna take notes?
Wait a second.
Okay. So first thing on here is our minutes from last month's meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Yeah, we have a longer agenda this time.
Yay.
Okay. Yes. So I attached you guys' minutes, and then I also, the mayor has tasked you guys with a few things to kind of get us kick-started. And we think this will increase our outreach, our website, online presence. Really, we just want, and it's on the back page if everybody wants to turn to it. Really, we just want to have the committee go through our website, go through our 5 Facebook pages, and kind of look at what works, if there are any broken links that like lead to nowhere or information is missing. And I don't anticipate this being like, you guys go home and do homework. Like, I figure this is something we'll go through as a group during our committee meetings. And then we have 5 Facebook pages, and I gave you guys the links to those. We also have a public works Facebook page, but the City Hall Facebook page is absorbing that at the beginning of the year just because we have more followers. So really, what we want your guys' help with is like, how can we better reach the public? What do they want to see on Facebook? What do they want to see on the website? And I still have the list of putting us on the website as a committee. And then I also, me and the mayor talked about possibly having a presence at least 4 events per year. So whether that's Fall Fest, Duck Derby, and of course it doesn't have to be the whole committee. Like if only 2 people can make an appearance at Duck Derby, that's more than enough. And then we've talked about some items that we want to have like at our booth, like council member contact information, department head contact information. So that's what I mean by this resident press kit that we can kind of just start handing out to residents at our different functions. Questions, comments?
Who runs y'all's Facebook pages?
A lot of people. I run the City Hall Facebook page. Our animal control runs theirs, police runs theirs, fire runs theirs, and then Parks runs their own. But we collaborate on a lot of stuff. So if I post something that's like informative for animal control, they'll share it to their page. So, but right now we don't have like an overarching person over social media.
Hold on one sec. I got Chris on speaker so he can hear what's going on.
Oh, cool. Hey, Chris.
Where he at, he ain't gonna make without a rain, so.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, can you hear me?
Let me call him up. Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, thanks for letting me call in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, anything we talk about as a committee, if we, you know, we see that the fire department could really use X, Y, and Z videos, or assist with it, whatever. So.
That's what I was wondering, if y'all had like a designated PAO, because that's what they do, is like community
Right.
outreach.
Right. Police station has, Todd Crossan, their PIO, and then pretty much everybody else just handles. So we don't have like a city PIO. We have different people in different departments who do that. Like I'm the PIO for City Hall.
Because when we had Fall Fest, I went to it,
Mm-hmm.
but there was more publicity online that what Benton was doing at the square than
Right.
what we had for Fall Fest. So there was hardly anybody there.
Yep.
Which was kind of weird. So I went to both, and it was just, they're just doing some little booth stuff, and they had more people than what we had.
Mm-hmm.
It's old fashioned day?
That's-
Yeah, they had old fashioned day, today we had Fall Fest, yeah.
For Fall Fest, yeah, but
Some people
Fall
came
Fest
from
is
old
chamber.
fashioned to Fall Fest.
But that was just my whole thing. There was like no publicity out there for
Right.
any of it. If Chris wouldn't tell me about it,
Mhm.
I wouldn't even known it was there.
Right. So maybe cross-posting with the different organizations around Bryant, sharing their stuff to our City Hall page and stuff.
I don't see that many posts from different, just from time to time, I think to his point, probably not as active as we could be on
Right.
social media.
If you guys see any like cities that are doing really cool stuff on social media or public works departments or fire departments, please pass it on to us. That's one other thing Chris has tasked me with this year is to create like a whole social media plan for the city. So I'll need you guys' help on that a lot. But hopefully that'll kind of get us more, positioned to where we can kind of reach everyone. And we're kind of, sharing more and more consistently.
The Christmas event, did you just now started posting for that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I just now saw that.
Yes, yes. I had to finish up, we had the chili supper and then we had the Leadership Cheese Dip Festival. So now we're getting all the stuff about Christmas in the park out. And I think I have about 4 posts a week scheduled for that until the day of, so.
Are we sharing them on multiple streams, like you're sharing them on every page, or?
If the other people do it, it's not a thing where I like post something and I send it out to all of the social media people.
Sure.
But typically, like parks and, parks and police are really good about sharing our stuff. But, yeah, but it just, there's no real way unless we start, requesting that they start sharing everything we post. Which isn't, that's totally doable, because no one posts more than like 2 or 3 times a day, if that. City Hall will post maybe once a week, so.
Then the newspaper.
Mhm.
Your little, water bill paper, people who have well water
Mhm.
doesn't get it, right?
Right,
Mhm.
but if they use our sewer,
They use
yeah, so
How many of them are there?
about 8,000.
Yeah, there's actually a lot, 'cause me and Chris talked about that.
Mhm.
Everyone that's like on the north end, they use like Salem water, but
Yes.
use our sewer, so they don't get anything because they're not in city limits.
Right.
'Cause we were talking about annex and stuff, so.
And we don't get, if they're outside of city limits, we don't get any tax dollars from that, so. But yeah, that was just mine and Chris's, discussion on, what we wanted 2025 to look like for this time of year.
It's a huge improvement over,
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. You guys have all done this for y'all did it for about a year and a half, 2 years. But I know that a break, we're kind of just starting from the ground up again, so.
we didn't really get off.
Right.
I think this is great because it's giving us tasks, like
Mhm.
something.
Yes.
We were all like,
What are we
how can we help? What do we do?
Right.
You know? So I think this is great for the group. But when we went to that thing at,
AML.
it was up at all the people that were, yeah,
Oh, that was, I don't know what they call that.
the Kimberville. But there was a room full of, community engagement people.
Right.
And boy, you should have heard some of the stories, huh? Was it Sheridan or Sherwood that?
Sherwood.
Yeah, they're people, they have to have the police right there at their meetings.
Oh.
They're hostile.
Gonna eat them up.
Yikes.
Trouble. But,
I'd rather do this, right?
Yeah. No one starts screaming or throwing chairs.
But they're called community engagement.
That's the day I quit, right there.
People that are really, really, really out of hand.
Right. Really, really, really passionate about the wrong thing.
Strength.
So the next thing I had on here was for us to just talk about Christmas in the park. You know, we wanted to have a booth there. The booths are just gonna be 3 to 6. So it's only gonna be a 3-hour,
Instead of 1 to 6,
3 to 6.
instead of 1 to 6. Did you
Yes,
have 1 to
yes,
6? Oh, okay.
1
I
to
got 1 to
6.
6 written here.
Sorry, 1 to 6 is when the pickleball tournament starts. But we're not gonna have like the family afternoon start until about 3. So,
So what does that look like for us as a committee? What are you wanting from, or what is the mayor, what are you guys wanting us to do in that time? You said present, so what are we gonna be doing there at Christmas in the Park?
So I thought about, I have a tent and a table, and I found some of our community engagement stuff that Dana had ordered.
Imagine that.
Found a little bit of it. I still haven't found like the pins or anything. So we'll have that there. And then I kind of wanted, you guys to have, you know, obviously new council member information, website information. And then I also thought about having a few things out there about maybe the AMP. If we want to go that route, that might be something we want to wait on, depending on,
Does all depend on where it's at in the
Right.
stages? I mean, because, you know, people are gonna ask questions about it. Where is it in the
Right.
stages? Does it have to be voted on? Of course, we already know that all that has to be
Mhm.
voted on and approved by the voters, so, before that could even come to play, fruition. So, you know, things like that. So just from a standpoint of if we're out there and we're volunteering, and
Mhm.
what is he looking for? What are you guys looking for from us? Or what should we as a committee be looking to do to, you know, because questions and stuff are gonna come.
Mhm.
So what's our presence there for?
I think for now, mostly talking about city services, yard waste pickup, how do they sign up for that? And of course, all this is stuff that I will give you guys. I'll have handouts and stuff for you guys. I'm thinking yard waste pickup, voter registration maybe. You can have some voter registration, no?
No, that's big. I'm just saying that if people want to voice their opinion,
Mhm.
then they need to go vote.
So that'd be one of the things you can't stop. You know, you just don't engage that conversation, but they're gonna say what they're gonna say. So, I mean, you just, let the real thing back, keep moving.
And anything, we can throw out ideas and we don't have to do them. If we say something that we want to have at the event and you guys are like, no, that's a horrible idea, just no. But I've thought about, council contact information.
That's for it. Yeah, because a lot of those acts that was just
I
false.
think something they had mentioned, they wanted, the community to know more about the ward members, like,
Yes.
Mhm.
go to that's like the person they need to go to, and then they will help them go to the next step, like, if they're having problems with their lights outside, you know, we contact them, and then
Right.
they help them find the,
So maybe individual, like little cards, maybe square cards of, like, this is all the Ward 1 representatives, council, planning commission, water, sewer, community engagement.
You can make a QR code with the information on. All they gotta do is scan it
So
with their
that's-
cell phone.
that's probably the thing, if you
Yep.
print stuff out. I'd also have like a big map that shows every ward, and like, oh, where do you live?
yeah,
Oh, I
that's
live
good,
right
'cause-
here. Well, that's
Do that as well. Have
Or
it
it's online,
though.
There's no need to print it out, it's online.
We do have a big map, though,
Show it
of
on
the
your
wards.
phone.
address, can't you, and they
Yes,
give
on
you-
the website, you can enter your address, and it shows you which ward you go to.
Show you.
That's good to know. I didn't even know that.
You have both.
We could have, I mean, I still have 2 iPads if we wanted to have iPads up, but we're not gonna have a survey or anything going on. So that's just up to you guys if it's something you wanna show. We could even have a laptop out there with just the ward map.
Yeah, I was just saying, a QR code for all the way around, if you had that, that'd be easy, just scan your area, and it's got all your.
Most folks with their phone, they scan that information and they can go straight to it.
We should have both, because then you have the, people that are not very tech savvy and.
President, Madam President.
What is the Christmas at the park?
So last year, this all came from Chris's, listening tour when he first took office. He went around to all the, you know, council members, department heads, employees, like community members, and he asked, what do they want to see? And the biggest thing people wanted was a family-friendly Christmas event. They didn't want something like last year where it was downtown with drinks and an entertainment district. They wanted something they could bring their kids to every year, and it's just like a quaint little Christmas event. So Christmas in the Park is, it's gonna be December 14th, 1 to 6 at Mills Park. We're gonna start with a pickleball tournament from 1 to 6. And then starting at 3, we're gonna have like Riverside Grocery and, Coy's Southern Eats. Food trucks are gonna be out there. We're gonna have Santa Claus out there from 3 to 6. Some of the school choirs are coming, bands and choirs. And then, yes. And we're also gonna have, the ladies from Bryant, if you guys remember, they were here a few months ago. They're gonna have a booth doing crafts for us. So we're gonna have, little like gingerbread house kits for them to make. And then we're also gonna have coffee and hot chocolate there. So just a fun little, and this year's gonna be really small, but we hope to build on it. We hope to eventually make Mills Park the Christmas destination of Bryant.
So that's what I was,
Yeah.
so, like for Europe and a lot of other places, they have your huge Christmas festivals where you have like tons of stuff there, hot cocoa. Do we have any vendors coming in?
We decided against vendors this year. We're having literacy action there. You know, we're letting nonprofits, but I think next year is when we'll probably try to hit it hard to have, you know, like shopping vendors, local businesses, if they want to come out with a booth. We definitely want them to be able to do that next year, but we just didn't have time for it this year.
What about,
Like the police department gonna do like toys, you'll send for tots type thing out there?
We've talked about it. The logistics,
Where they come from when you have it.
Well,
there are just so many other drives going on like during this time, especially during the holidays, that it's just, we're worried that it's a little bit like too saturated. But, you know, if we see that there's a need, we definitely want to do it. And I'm not opposed to telling the mayor, hey, we want to do this, so.
When should we bring our tables for the booth?
Probably, we can probably start setting up around like 1:30 or 2-ish.
What activities are they going to have that are family friendly for all these kids?
Crafts, meeting Santa, we're gonna have, cookies. And then all the kids' stuff is gonna be around the playground, so they can just, it'll be a come and go event pretty much, until we can get some more, like activities out there. We wanna eventually get like blow ups, but right now it's just craft, and the volunteers are gonna be there helping the kids do the craft.
I was out there, walking that thing the other day, the track, you know, and I was just thinking like using half of it or using the whole thing, I don't know, you know, probably have to, but, and this is like later on down the road, but I was thinking like you could take like Santa rides around that thing with, and
Yes.
have it lit up a little bit, so, I don't know, I was daydreaming, but, it sounded cool.
I totally agree. That's, I wanna do a Halloween.
Yeah.
So, let me
Yeah.
show you guys.
You probably have to do
Chris
that.
still on the phone?
I think so.
Does he still have the,
Yes.
drop? Chris, is Chris on there?
Hey, Ramsey, you there?
Will we have electricity?
Hey, you still got that backdrop for the Christmas photos that you guys, bought? It's not, they inexpensive. You do?
I do.
He does.
Oh.
Well, El Presidente may wanna borrow it for this, what we calling this, Christmas in the Park.
Christmas bash.
You think?
I will have it ready, and I will be ready as well.
You heard that? All right, we appreciate it.
You go opposite direction.
How do you know where I'm at?
I run that. I live over there.
Okay, there's the football field.
It's football field.
You know, he's right
I think
there.
that was a huge success too, our photo book.
Other direction.
Yeah. She going to Mills Park. She going to Mills Park.
Yeah, I know, but.
Right there. See where the baseball fields are?
Baseball field, right there.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
It's always a cute.
Okay. So the problem we have with Mills and doing a big event, in my head, this square right here would be like a Christmas tree farm that we could also repurpose as pumpkin patch. See, these are big dreams that I have. But the problem with the trail at Mills is that there's no lights, and the paved walkway is in bad shape.
It's a little rough, yeah.
So thankfully, next year, we're hoping that we get a grant, pave that, and a grant to put lights out there.
Miles in out there.
Yeah, but right now, unless we were to do something during the day, we can't really do like a horse, which I really, really wanted a horse-drawn carriage because Benton does that around the square.
No, well, that's, cause if If we were able to get lights out there, then you could just do Christmas decorations all the way around.
Right.
And then you make a little stroll through there. That wouldn't be too bad.
So, you know, in the future, light sets.
They do some
Yeah.
stuff like that in Sherwood.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sherwood has the big light thing.
Yeah. I want a Sherwood or Conway Christmas tree right here. Like
I know
a massive
some,
one.
like other towns, like Whitehall, they do, there's a guy who brings a classic car out and sets it up for Thanksgiving and Christmas where you can go take photos at it.
Yeah.
So that would be a great thing for Mills Park, to have something out there, a tractor, whatever, set up where you can go and take your Christmas photos as a family, and it's just free to the community. Like, no one charges, it's just,
That'd be something to work on. May have somebody that have something already.
that's quick and easy, throw something out there, take your photo over there. Only thing we ask is they tag Bryant.
Yeah.
You know, that's.
That'd be good. Sir, what kind of officer are you, man? You planning over there? I can see it in your head, just rocking and rolling over there.
We'll let him do all the work too.
He used to.
Does anybody have any, so we want to have some information about city services, city contact information. Can y'all think of anything else we want to have at the booth?
What's the next event?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Duck Derby.
Duck Derby,
Is
we
it
might
May?
wanna find out, we might wanna have something to let them know about that coming up.
Good.
What the Duck Derby is and what we're gonna, where it is and
Mhm.
what day and where they can buy their duck.
Right.
Yeah, and that's, we do honestly for the run, need to figure out when it's gonna be open and when it's closed,
Right.
registration and stuff.
Mhm. That's a good idea.
I know last year it was like, once they hit a certain number, they basically shut down the registration, because they only bought like 100 tickets, well, 100 T-shirts, so they're like, all right, guys.
We lose them.
Yeah, you probably.
Mm.
That's fine.
What do you guys think about, this might be overkill. I've always thought it might be cool to have like a calendar of all of the upcoming city, like council
That's what I
meetings.
was gonna tell you, 'cause
Yeah.
there's a question last time, and we're like, wait, yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
So is that about like
It's
city
all on the
events
website.
or like meetings?
That question was about meetings, so I
Okay.
think we should have like both, or I don't know if there's one with.
Go let Christine.
But, yeah,
Yeah, he said it was pouring down really, really bad, so he had to stop. So he's just trying to listen while he was waiting.
He is the example of what we should all be.
I know that not everybody is tech savvy, but all of that information is on the website. So, I mean, we just gotta, one, get them to the website, and if they
Right.
can't go there, then we might have a flyer for them or something, but, as far as what we're gonna do on Christmas in the park, I would do that, and if there's anything else coming up that we should let them know about, like,
I'll say next
softball,
couple of events.
softball, baseball signups,
Hello,
swim team
sir.
signups, all that kind of
Oh,
stuff
that's a
that might
great
come up.
idea.
You
So
know,
maybe
is
like
there-
parks
is there
information?
something else? Well, not just, well, yeah, I speak to parks, but also, you know, is there something that we need to get out from animal control or the water department, anything like that? I
Animal
mean,
control should probably be out there trying to give pets away for Christmas.
Yeah,
Just
that's
saying,
a
that,
great idea.
police, fire department, everybody should be out there trying to interact with the community, have the truck there to play on, handcuff those bad kids, something.
So the cops are gonna be there?
Scare them,
Yeah.
I'm not going.
The fire department is bringing Santa, so they'll have a truck up there the whole time.
You might need to look into, like over there behind Walmart, that little sign, Jimmy Parker sign.
Oh, that's a great idea. Did anybody see the one that he made for his wife? He made, so he does all the like electronic billboards in the county. And he made one that said, it was a picture of him and his new wife, and it said, "I love you," whatever, like Jenny or something. And it was all over Saline County.
On billboards, you do that.
Was the fire department gonna do the Santa?
The chamber is. Yeah, the chamber's paying for, all of our Santa stuff. and then Campbell is, assisting with that.
Is there anything the chamber would want us to get out too? That would be another question. Does the chamber have anything coming up for us to let the community know about?
Probably. I know they have their, banquet in January. We could have stuff out about that. So I have, contact information, upcoming events and meetings, like a meeting schedule, information on like basketball, softball, baseball tryouts, and then information from the chamber. Anybody think of anything else you want to have out there?
I think that covers the gamut. Again, I would go back to the photo booth thing, like Kevin James was saying. That's something you want to have out there for them. You trying to get them out there with the crafts and all this other stuff. That's cool, but at least provide some type of photo booth. And I guarantee you, in this city, somebody we know within this organization, not as just us at this table, I'm saying like the city council, whoever, somebody got some type of yard display or something that they don't mind sharing out there that would be, you know, picture perfect for people, the families to say, okay, man, you know what's good, that picture, and they can, because that memory, it lasts a long time. And then they'll remember the event, and we can always build on the event. Let's get to it first. You know, back plan to December 14th, get there, and then see how it goes. The AAR, what can we do? What happened? What can we do better? And what's supposed to, whatever. Y'all know I'm getting that. And then we build for the future on the next thing. So I think that'll be primary. I know the photo booth at the block party, even though people didn't want to be there, everybody and their mama stopped at that booth. Everybody. Never, I mean, every single person that came through there stopped and took a picture with us. They even want to take a picture with us. Like, y'all getting the picture. Like, for real.
Okay,
So,
that's cute.
I think that was a good thing. So I think that would be a shining thing. Then, you know, you're showcasing what you're doing out there, outside of
You
the
even
norm.
had a good time. And have it down, they have to pass every good time.
Right.
Maybe we can have like, something they can take their picture with, like Christmas in the Park at Bryant or.
Yeah, like a little photo.
Yeah, we could probably.
Of my city, Bryant, you know.
Tag, because they're all gonna put it on social media anyways, everybody is. So as long as they tag Bryant, City of Bryant in it or whatever, that's more.
And then that's your build up. Then, you know, and then, you know, give them information for the next, like you were saying, for the next events and stuff like that, because they're gonna ask those questions, like the meeting account. We got asked tons of those questions when we was doing the survey, or who was, well, if I need to do this, who can I get in contact with? Well, that's what those numbers, that QR code will come into play. Hey, scan this. If you go here, all that information is here. Hey, I didn't even show you where the information is at or what. Go down there and make sure you guys get your family picture taken or whatever.
BNTL?
They are doing most of our publicity for it, yeah. They did the logo, they're doing all of our videos and everything with Campbell, so. That'll be out there.
So for that event, would we have to be there at 2:30 for setup, or I think just like 30 minutes or a whole hour?
All depends on what you said, not because of the other people coming. They doing their own setup, and it's just, we required to be there for whenever we decide to be there.
Could we do, from 2:30 and then 6:30 for breakdown?
Yep.
Then I think it would be shifts of 2 hours.
I'll let y'all know how I fit into that, because December the 14th is already a busy day for me. So we'll see. I'll be there, but I don't know how long.
You're gonna have to be there.
Oh, prison that day.
Right, and yeah, you gotta be there. Gotta be there. So, should we decide now, like, who starts off or email?
That's a little too far out for me.
I think I'm gonna show up and I'm bringing my family, so I'm, you know, I think that may be the way to do it as well, is just bring your family to the thing, you know?
Yep.
But I plan on going, but I don't know what time, but I'll bring the fam, you know, hang out for a little bit, talk.
So we won't have another meeting before then, but we could always, like that first or second week of December, I could send out an email and have everybody sign up for
Yeah,
time.
that'd be weird, touch base. Like I said, I know it's a busy day for me, because my kid got everything in the world going on.
We can do 2:30 all the way to 4:30, and then 4:30 to 6:30. We can always have somebody there.
Mhm. And I will not, I'm running the whole event, so I won't be able to be like at the booth the entire time. But I mean, you guys,
Ugly sweater contest.
if we wanna wear ugly sweaters, we
I'm just kidding.
could.
Probably should, that could be one of those free things to do, use
Yeah.
an ugly sweater or whatever.
What's the rain date?
There is not one. We're just gonna pray it doesn't rain. Or snow.
Yeah, right.
Well, you're always bringing candy.
I can get candy.
Peppermint, candy canes.
The little bowls on the ground are part of our decorations for Christmas in the park. They're gonna be cute little lollipops at some point. So don't judge me.
The tablecloth thing, did you find the stretchy one that,
I haven't found the tablecloth.
you get me to bring those?
You want to? Yeah. And then I can get us like a runner ordered before then, that would have like the community engagement name on it.
We always have a time tying our banner up there. Everybody has their, way of doing it.
Do y'all think it's overkill for me to, call around to local churches, the few nonprofits that we have here, and maybe some of the schools to compile a list of those? I heard somebody mention earlier drives, not that we would do drives, but to compile a list of those who are doing Adopt a Family, Make-A-Wish, and like winter gear drives. It can just be a list, but who's doing it, who the contact person is, and, it can be available for folks who want to donate, contribute, volunteer, or who have a need, and it can just be available.
That's good information, because we are in that season where people are always in need of something. And, and it's funny when you get a text message, you get a call, say, hey, man, do you know anybody that's giving away food? Yeah, I know plenty of people. Hey.
Even the food bank, have we contacted the food bank that's over off 65th Street to see when they're giving out Christmas, that stuff.
Yeah.
That's stuff we should be putting on social media so that everyone knows when it is.
I could put together a quick little one pager. It's not, because we're not, the city's not so large, and we got a good time. But December the 14th? Yeah, I mean, it's a one pager, just bam.
There's some resources for people.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
There you go. If you want to, sponsor a family, great. 17 is looking for some folks to sponsor. On this piece of paper, contact the contact.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
And honestly, if we wanted to do that, we could also probably do like a resource guide for residents. Because, this is gonna be a free event. Usually people who come to free events are those that are lower income. If we had a list of just places they could go for medical needs or clothing or food, I think that would be good too.
I got you covered.
There you go.
Cool.
Pretty good.
Okay. And then the only other thing I had on the agenda was spring events, and the only one right now that I know of is Tug Derby.
And you said that's in May.
I don't have a date yet, but it's usually that first Saturday in May.
But we're not going to provide like free hot dogs and things like they do at.
We're gonna have, chocolate and coffee and apple cider will be free, and then the cookies will be free.
And then the food truck.
Apple cider should be free.
Right. Give that away.
Yeah.
Tart.
We'll drink it.
Anybody have anything else?
I must say, you must be getting a lot of people to fix all the cider and the hot chocolate.
Yes. We have, Coffee with the Cause is coming out to do that for us.
I wonder how much the popcorn guy is usually outside of Walmart.
Oh, the kettle corn?
I'm thinking about that donut, the donut people.
Donut
Donut in,
They weren't able to do that date, so.
watch them make the donut.
So what about, what's the new place over here? Was it Fizz? Have we talked to them since they have those donut churro thingies?
We haven't, we could.
If they're new to the community? to get their name out there. I haven't had the little donut churro yet, 'cause it's sold out every time you go up there, so it must be a pretty big hit.
We had a full group tonight.
We got the full team. Oh, my goodness.
On a rainy day.
Does anybody, would like to volunteer? I guess like two people that, one that in each shift, that could kind of learn the website, that could be our go-to person. Like, hey, they're asking about this event, and they know how to work and look for stuff on their calendar, and go here and there, you know. Volunteers. I know, 'cause I know there's a lot of things on your list, you know, a lot just for you.
Well, and we could have the iPads out there if like one person wanted to have an iPad and somebody came up and they're like, how do I find the calendar? I just wanted to show it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too much work for you guys or if it's gonna get
Easy to do.
Yeah. And then whoever wants to do it, I can sit down with them and go through the website. Ideally, we would have like a website, walkthrough video that we could just like loop on the computer, but I don't know that we're gonna have that done before the end of the year, so.
Yeah. Well, and, because we have like a lot of like, you know, look for events and meetings and stuff like that, so, to have maybe like a designated person with the tablet and like, hey, they're asking about this, and they'll know how to look for it
Right.
quickly. We have somebody else other than Jordan. They
I
can
need
do
to
it.
learn it myself. There's things that you're talking about, it's on there, I didn't even know, so, I need a class on what's all on there. We were supposed to do that, Jordan.
I know, we were, I know. I know. We'll get there eventually, guys.
I know.
Jack can be the website guy.
You do.
Worst mistake we made. How does this thing work?
Y'all.
It'll be ugly.
She's saying that because she knows it's true.
My black manager babysitter.
It's probably not a bad idea if we all take some time to get on there and just, you know I need to. I haven't done it yet, but I need to.
Anybody else? That's all I have on the agenda. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So you say crafts, banners, cookies, photo booths.
A family fun run.
All right, whoa.
Candy.
Yes, there will be candy.
Get your booth.
Candy.
It's 6:42 right now. Kind of dark. About 6.
So what,
I do like your idea of athletics instead of eating candy on
You know, we talked about, there's some race in Arkansas that they, you get a giant sugar cookie at every, like, mile marker. And then they have to finish the race after eating all of these cookies. And we thought about that, because it's only gonna be like a mile.
That's a motivation.
Be jacked all up. Full of shit.
A mile race at Christmas in the park.
And it's gonna be, this loop right here.
Yeah.
Who were those people that, were next to us that did, had the children decorating cookies? I remember that. It was, I mean, it was really,
The puppet.
at the block party.
Oh, I
Who
have
was
no
it
idea.
for? It was absolutely,
I remember them, I just don't remember what their name was. They was pretty unique people.
it was. I wish we could have something like that.
Yeah. Were they just like decorating cookies?
Yeah, they were, I mean, they got to wear a little chef thing. and
Oh, no,
hat.
that was,
Was it Junior Auxiliary?
Yvette's, cake.
Oh.
But, she does cakes, but now at her home. Yeah, She had the shop, the bakery.
That was just so, I mean, it just looked like you could.
Yeah, it was,
And for your-
everybody had a lot of fun and they loved it.
Television,
Yeah.
Are we able to just do a QR code that leads to the calendar on the website?
We
And
can,
we can just, have that sitting on the edge of the table.
Yeah.
And they can just, calendar events, upcoming events, question mark, just, scan it. We never have to walk them through this, go straight to the website. Straight to the calendar. But then later, we can do the tutorial.
Right.
Because if we hashtag in the picture, it will drive attention to that page. If we don't waste any time, no, I'm not pointing at you to say that, I'm sorry, I'm like, we always that, it's not, I'm sorry. If we like seize the momentum, we do that kind of website tutorial soon while folks are interested and intrigued to go to the page.
Right.
And then, they find on the social media page, here's how you navigate the website. Like clockwork.
Yeah.
They got the hashtag Bryant Rocks. They go to the website to see their pictures, and then coming up on the timeline is the how-to website.
seems to me like the number one issue is every time we have, especially a special election, we vote. And we do all this work and we need people to vote, and they just don't historically. If there was some way to really press that one, I don't know.
It's all about the PR.
Yeah.
So if you look, and the reason why I
Money.
say this, like if you look at big time realtors, they paid someone to do all their social media stuff, and it seems like every day they're posting, and I know they're not taking all these photos, you know what I'm saying, like they may on one weekend take 10 different photo shoots, but it's going throughout the week, and they're always relevant. So I got a really good friend of mine, and she's a realtor as well. She's always, every week, like every day, it seems like a big post, this and that.
Who'd that be?
Crystal Browning. But that's, Crystal, like, she's always got stuff going on over there. She's very successful with what she's doing. And she is, but she pays someone to do it. She doesn't manage her Facebook account, like. And I'm not trying to say Jordan's not doing a great job, it's just.
Oh, I have like 3 jobs.
Doing amazing.
And that's what I'm saying.
She is.
That's why I was talking about the Fall Fest, like, I knew more about Benton's thing, because there was more publicity out
Well,
there.
they had the same day we had Fall Fest, because, it's a competition.
But also, it's
And-
been going on for 50-something
Some
years.
years, versus us starting.
Yeah, we weren't even.
Yeah.
So Fall Fest used to be the last Saturday of September. And then this year we decided to change the date, or the chamber did, but they couldn't do October 5th because cross country had a big track meet that weekend that they've done for like years. So next year, Fall Fest, I believe, is going to be that first Saturday of October, which will keep us from having the same day as Old Fashioned Days. So hopefully that'll help our attendance too.
So like, looking at the calendar, unless I go through every month, there's not like local events that are happening. So I'd have to go, there's just little dots here. I had to click on each dot to figure out what it is. That may be we may change to make it easier.
If I looked at the QR code, I mean, I just want like a quick list of stuff. So if I was, community engagement, I know I can find it on all these other links. But if I know I'm going to the community, I can hit the contacts really quickly, the calendar, CEC, and then comments. That's what I think of immediately. So if it was just on that one page, this is the community from the website.
30 days, what's
Yeah.
happening.
So then if you just hit those 4 things, it's just like the one-stop shop for the hot topic that the community needs.
Anybody here know how to make QR codes?
There's a website.
Yeah.
You just,
I'm just saying it,
literally,
because I don't want,
yeah,
like,
we just Google how to make the QR code. and
we're just loading everything on Jordan. I feel like, maybe somebody from our group can help out with different stuff, like, Chris had an idea, he's like, hey, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, if somebody can help out with QR codes.
I don't know anything about
I
that.
think it'll be more work on her.
I'll take over the Facebook page.
Because it'll require more communication.
It's typically easier for me. I mean, there are some things I'll definitely like divvy out, but but typically, because I print everything here, I like put everything together before the event, so not a big deal.
Well,
Any other questions, comments, concerns?
I'll say this, going forward, if you need some help with anything, just reach out.
Okay,
Just
thank you.
Just reach out. I got 1,000 things going, everybody else do too, but if it takes a load off your plate for us to help you, so just reach out and say, hey, can you help with this? My wife is savvy with stuff, so I could just say, hey, girl, show me how to do this QR code too. And she'll show me, and once I get it done, I got it.
Yeah.
So if that helps alleviate something off your plate, out of the 5,000 jobs you got, I'll help you out. I ain't got no issue with that.
Appreciate it.
I've got something, there's been something posted, I'm sorry. That one last thing, there's been something, okay, thanks. I thought it was, did you post something for the Christmas thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, once, or, I mean, how many?
I've only done once or twice so far.
Okay, so has anybody seen that post that she posted?
social media.
I got something in the mail on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what, I hadn't seen it, but, you know what we ought to do, we ought to need to share it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hadn't seen it, but, you know, if we all share it, that's just simple stuff. I mean, that we do that, I'm not doing that.
It was said Campbell's something,
Mhm.
and it was a little confusing to me. It didn't really identify.
So Campbell is they're our title sponsor for this event. So it's Campbell's Christmas in the Park, benefiting the Bryant.
Oh, maybe I did see it, I didn't know what it was.
It almost, I was like, what's Campbell's? Because it didn't really hit the right.
Yeah.
Share it.
Yeah, and it says underneath, but it's hard to see. It says underneath.
Yeah, it's just
In
not
conjunction with
really apparent.
We can get that fixed.
Put me down for first shift.
Okay.
I gotta bring the backdrop. I was like, I got one first shift, I'll bring the backdrop.
Set up early.
Yeah, gotta do that.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.